I chose the video or the lesson number 3, Sophages with the play Antigone. Well, I chose this one. Let me give you a little background about it. The play was based on two brothers went into battle, one against the family, and both of them died in battle. The uncle who took over, which is named Cretan, he took over and he declared that if anyone buried the son that went against the family, that he would have them put to death. The sisters, the brothers had two sisters. One sister named Antigone decided that she or felt that it was her responsibility as a sister to bury her dead brother. And as a result, she was brought before her uncle, and the story went on that he decided that maybe the other sister had something to do with it. When he called the other sister forward, she said that she did, because if he was going to kill her sister, he just as well kill her. And it was a pretty ugly scene. Well, anyway, what I did is I made a little display here of the play. This guy here is Sentry, the one that told the king or told the uncle about Antigone, which is this one here, burying her brother, her dead brother, which is here. Now, if you can see in the background is a scene of ancient Greek battle. Here's the coffin that they're going to bury the brother that fought for the family. And here's a group of men carrying the dead brother. So as the story goes on, Antigone said quite a few things to her uncle in reference to his decision to not bury her brother. She had mentioned that her loyalty is to God and to do right was to bury her brother. In death, he's still her brother, even though he fought against the family. And what else did she say? She mentioned he's mighty and the king is mighty, he's this, he's that, but God is higher above all. I would recommend this play to anyone that may struggle with integrity and in the face of fear. Think about it. Would you not be afraid of someone that has the power to put you to death? Of course you would. Now, she felt responsible for burying her dead brother, which I would have too, because think about it. Your brother's laying on a battlefield. He's being picked dry by all kinds of vultures, even though I'm sure the whole family was upset with him for the decision he made. Still, love does not stop when you're upset with someone, especially a family member. She chose to do what she felt was right in her heart in spite of the consequences. Now, I feel the real coward, and this guy is the one I picked to be the uncle. The real cowardly thing was the uncle, because that is family too. And you made a decision to not, now you've lost one of your nephews, but you're willing to kill two of your nieces too, because they disobeyed you. Well, one of them disobeyed you, and the other one decided that if you want to kill her, you just as well kill me. I'm just as guilty. So I don't know how he was able to sleep with himself after that decision. But the bravery of both women, integrity, they did not let fear keep them from doing what they felt was the right thing in their heart. And I'm quite sure they suffered the consequences, death. Now, as far as this guy here that ran back and told the uncle that Antigone was the one, what is his name? Sentry. Antigone was the one that buried the brother. I had to ask myself, was it fear that made him tell? He did mention that the uncle had said some harsh words and he was afraid, So I don't know if it was fear or what it was that made him report Antigone to her uncle. But what I do understand is that back then, the culture, what I understood about their culture is family loyalty, loyal to the king, the queen, whoever's in power, loyalty to them first, then loyalty to family. And I understand from these ladies' point of view where their values are. Their value is family, loyal to God and family, because they chose to bury this guy in spite of the consequences. I'm not sure whether it's based on something real that ever happened before, but I'll say this, that if fear can be put aside and integrity take the front seat and everybody act off of that, we would probably live in a much better world. It was a good read. I enjoyed it. And I would recommend it to anyone that just want to read something interesting. Bye.